Haha. Yo, what's up, little homies, boys and girls, ladies and gents? Today's topic is about kids talking gang talk, kids walking gang walk. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to walk it, you got to be real, and you can die or do life in the pen. You know what I'm saying? Don't trip. You got this, friend. Kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk. Kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk. Kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk. Kids talking.
Hello, welcome to Kids Talk Gang Talk. This is a show that deals with the interventions and alternatives to gang violence, and I'm your host, Jennifer Lee Trendowski. Now, I believe we're all familiar with the phrase, "a mind is a terrible thing to waste." I also believe that expression tells us why so many kids are caught up in a world of confusion. We're all affected by the crimes committed by the youth today. This is a concern that most of society, wondering if there's a lack of spirituality that is missing. Kids are very intelligent, but they fail to understand the meaning of respect for themselves and for others. And oftentimes, we hear about the negative behaviors and the wrong that kids are doing. It's hard to stay focused on the good things because they're overshadowed by the bad. No one was ever born to create destruction, have hatred, or disrespect, because truly, all human beings are created to love and have respect and feel compassion. Compassion is something that can be found in many types of music. Therefore, today we're going to focus on how certain music has touched the lives of the youth in a really positive way. And I'm sure many of us are familiar with the different styles of music that we hear, such as rap, pop, gospel, and soul. But now, we're going to take a look at a style of music that is known as holy hip-hop. And if you haven't heard of the term, holy hip-hop, or know what it is, today we're going to find out. Now, for someone who works with kids on a day-to-day basis, they might say kids prefer listening to rap because it's the style of music of this generation. Our guest is the president, general manager, and editor of the Public Network, which is a radio show and music catalog that features today's holy hip-hop artists. Also, we have a couple of videos by Gina, who is a new rising holy hip-hop gospel singer. And her music has influenced a lot of young people because of its rhythms and its spiritual messages. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk to this guest about our music called Holy Hip Hop, and we're going to check out Gina and her new music video. So stay tuned.
It is more than a trial by fire. It is a rite of passage. And if you can master your fear, outsmart your enemy, and never yield even to yourself, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, I'm so glad that you're here.
Walking gang walk, kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk, kids talking gang talk.
Thank you so much for staying with us. And again, I'm your host, Jennifer Lee Trendowski. Now, here is a video performance by Gina entitled Body, Mind, and Soul. Actually, Mind, Body, and Soul. And here's the video, Mind, Body, and Soul.
most important city in the world is hidden beneath the sea. The coral reef is home to more species than any place on Earth. It keeps the oceans healthy. It keeps our planet healthy. Unfortunately, overfishing and pollution are destroying the coral reef. Most will disappear in our lifetime, unless you help. But just think, if you do, you might just save the world.
So it's...
Hi, and thanks for staying with us. I'm Jennifer Lee Trendowski. Now, if you've just joined us, that was an inspiring video by Gina. And we'll be seeing another video by her later on in the show. But at this time, I want you to meet our special guest. He is the president and general manager and editor of the Public Network. Welcome, Arlmone Smith, to Kids Talk Gang Talk.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Glad
much
to
for
be
joining
here.
us.
Thank you so much.
Now, can you tell us a little bit first about the Public Network and your purpose?
Well, sure. First, I'd like to say I don't mean to sound like Evander Holyfield all the time, but I have to give glory to God first before I do anything.
Yeah.
Then I'd like to say, of course, I want to thank you guys for having me on Kids Talk Gang Talk. Great show. Glad
Thank
to
you
be
for
here.
being here.
The Public Network is an organization that's committed to providing an opportunity for a choice group of recording artists, inspirational recording artists in the community. And what we do is we make it possible for them to acquire some vital media resources that would aid them in having success in the industry. So we are a service company basically, and we function through about 4 different mediums. We use radio, print media, telecommunications, and of course the internet. And we hope to go to TV soon to market products and artists and bring attention to the industry.
That's great. Now, can you explain a little about this term holy hip hop and why you're promoting this kind of music?
Well, why I'm promoting this type of music, that goes back a long way. It's kind of hazy when it all happened, but it was a specific event that I can remember. It takes me back to that time. 1995, I was a victim of a drive-by shooting.
Oh, wow.
So it was a gang member who decided that he wanted, I guess, to end somebody's life. He decided, he chose me. He wanted to end my life, but the spirit that he was working off, he wanted to end my life, but the spirit that was in me, he actually gave me life. He shot me almost point blank in the chest, and
Oh, my goodness.
you know, and drove off.
Right.
But again, you know, he didn't take my life. He actually gave me a purpose for life. So
Gave you life.
yeah, that didn't work out the way he wanted it to.
Wow.
So
that was, you would
that
say...
was 95, and I knew that you know, there's something that these people probably wanted to do something better than drive around shooting people.
Right.
And I knew that there were young people out there that had something else that they wanted to do. So I decided to find the young people that I knew that were wanted to make a difference and do something positive. And I ran into basically Christian people, a lot of Christian people. I went to different church events, and they had artists there that were performing this music. It sounds just like everything else that you were hearing on the radio, the secular music, but these guys they had a purpose with the music to influence in a positive way. So that's how I started promoting holy hip hop, and basically it's gospel music.
Yeah.
Gospel means good news.
Right.
And so it's gospel music, it's good news, but it is hip-hop music. So it's holy hip-hop, and that's basically where the term comes from. I don't know. It's one of these things that just seem to just bubble up from nowhere. I don't know who started that. I don't know who canned that phrase, but just kind of bubbled up. And so we have it here today. It's been flourishing for about 15 years, and it's great stuff.
Wow, that's great. So you think this is a kind of music that the older generation is going to enjoy as well as the younger?
I would love it if the older generation accepted and loved this music. I am older, and I did not like rap when in '95, when I was shot in the chest, I detested rap music. Didn't listen to a lot of hip hop, but the beats are good, the music's good. it's just the messages that I, you know, had a problem with. But these guys have a great message, and so that's primarily why I thought it was a good idea to become involved and to support those people. And we've been doing that since '95.
Wow. That's great. Do you think that spirituality is something that kids are missing today? That's not in their lives on a daily basis, or?
That's interesting. You know, I don't think we're lacking spirituality. I think we're just lacking maybe values that are proper. There's a lot of spiritual people. There's a lot of spirituality.
Right.
But you still have to have a focus that's good for society and for the community.
Right.
And that's kind of a separate issue from spirituality.
Right. How do you think that this holy hip-hop and religious music, what do you think that both of them have in common? I mean, spirituality, of course, is...
Right. Well, I just think they have in common that they uplift. You know, that's basically what it's all about. I basically will support any music that is inspirational, that uplifts the spirit.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be holy hip-hop. It can be inspirational, and I support it. But we're starting out with something that people will be able to identify with.
Wow. So this music has been in existence now for, you'd say?
At least 15 years. It's been a thriving underground industry.
Right.
If you go to churches in the area, you'll run into the concerts, and a lot of these rappers are out here, and they're basically little ministers.
Yeah.
And that's what I see myself as doing, supporting a band of ministers, you know, that are out there trying to have a positive effect with their peers. And so I'm like their support system. And I want to make sure that they can do what they have on their minds, and that is to change the world to a positive, you know, to do things to inspire their young, you know, their peers to, you know, to think about things that are, I mean, as adults, we think that the kids don't want to assume the responsibility to create a better world, but actually the kids are on the cutting edge of that.
Right, of course.
And we just don't know that because we have jobs and, you know, we're distracted. But the kids really want to do it.
You guys pretty much open the opportunity, open the doors for these artists to work and for these kids to express themselves through.
Yes, absolutely. There was a group about, I don't know, 7 years ago that was called the Good Girls. And they came and went, you know. And I thought it was a good idea when I heard about it, but obviously, you know, I don't know if the market or the timing was right. But I do believe that there is a yearning for an alternative, if nothing else. And these artists, I do believe, have a great potential in the mass market. Right now it's underground, but I do think that people will listen to music that is inspiring, whether it has, if the beat is right, I believe that young people will listen to it. So I think it's a market that definitely is going to make it to the mainstream with a little help.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the only guy that's doing, you know, trying to promote it, but I'm just throwing my hat into the ring to try to do what I can do. And
do you know approximately how many other organizations in the country are also supporting the holy hip hop scene?
I would say the biggest organization supporting holy hip hop are churches, because basically these are young men and women who probably attend churches, being influenced by ministers, and they're on fire. Yeah. And then they have this talent. And so what do? You're on fire, you have this talent, you put it down, and then you just try to get it out. And, you know, when you're an artist, when you want people to, you know, appreciate your ability and your talent. Yeah. And then when you're inspired to do something great, you know, you just go for it. So a lot of these guys are record companies, just regular guys that go to church every Sunday. They have regular jobs, but they're a record company. They put out these CDs. And not all of them are. There are some great companies. In Seoul, the company we're working with, that company's very well. I mean, they're doing very well. But a lot of these companies, very small, struggling young little ministers, I call them, trying to do something good for the world. And they're running their business, and their business needs help and support. And so that's what I see the public network doing, coming in and help it. And to make it not only spiritually beneficial for them, but financially beneficial, because you need money in this country.
Oh, yeah.
With your spirit to get the job done. So that's what we're trying to fill that void for them.
Now, do you think that only Christians are going to be able to relate to this kind of music, or do you think it's going to be open up to?
I don't think only Christians. There have been quite a few major record releases that have done top 10 and #1 sales in America that were spiritually based. There was a song called "Oh Happy Day." It's a long time ago. It was
Yeah.
75 or whatever. I don't remember quite.
I love
But that
that
song was the
song.
#1 song. And that was a spiritual song. So it was, and it made no bones about it. It had religious connotations. It was religious. So,
Right.
and our country, this country, you know, loved it. And I
Yeah.
do believe that the people in this country will support inspirational music, whether it's religious or not.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So why do you think that so many kids are attracted to gangs and violence if, you know,
Oh, boy.
if there's a lot of growing positive energy in the music that's being released?
Boy, this is going to sound way too simple. The reason is us, men. Oh, I hit my microphone, didn't I? Men, I think.
Right.
Men have failed to be the leaders in the right direction.
Right.
That's what I feel. I feel if men did what they were supposed to do,
Yeah.
there would definitely be less gangs. Maybe not. Gangs would not disappear because
Yeah.
there's society and culture, but men need to do a better job.
We are going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back.
My dream was to be a police officer.
I love working with the community.
And I've had people lean up and hug me and hold on to me until the ambulance got there.
I feel like I'm putting something into the community. This couple just came up to us and said, "You guys are doing a great job."
It's not boring. I make good money.
I'm learning every day.
That's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. It is a job for a woman.
I'm a community cop, very much so.
She's a very nice person, personable.
Hi again, and welcome back to Kids Talk Gang Talk. Now, before we see another video by Gina, I want to thank Arlmone for taking the time to come to our show. So don't go away. It's time to check out another video. This is the video called Eternity by Gina.
cause he died.
Not for the stuff that fades away, but for a love so true that was meant to stay.
Let's see, it's not an ordinary measure.
Rule of thumb, know where to store your treasure.
Where's that at?
Not 6 feet deep, just look up to heaven, that's where you'll reach.
A multitude of blessings, watch heaven unfold.
All things added and riches untold.
Not your will, but God's be done. He's the one, he's the son, for the price you gotta run.
So don't dream, seek, chase, then settle for the ever impressive, the perishable metal. We gotta live this life the way it's meant to be. We gotta seek the prize we call eternity.
Nothing you will do will match the destiny that calls you. Shop around and then you found that nothing satisfies. One extreme to extreme, racing to the edge. Now you see eternity. Nothing you will do will match the destiny that calls you. Shop around and then you found that nothing satisfies. One extreme to extreme, racing to the edge. Now you see eternity.
Randy Travis on strings. Branford Marsalis on the horn. Carly Simon on lead. There are a lot of different parts to play in the American Red Cross. Play your part.
It's a known fact whether music is put with a song, a dance, or used to help lift the spirit. If it is inspirational instead of destructive, then it's highly possible to use music to inspire kids to do the right things. And I do believe that everyone has a purpose in life, but some of us have lost the will to find it. So, until next time, keep searching for love, and your purpose will be to walk in the light of peace. Good night, everybody.